When discussing culture, we run the risk of falling into stereotypes, acting as if all members of a certain group behave the same way in all situations, and stereotypes are clearly inaccurate. However, acknowledging that there are cultural norms in all societies is not stereotyping. In fact, it is presumptuous to assume that there are no differences in cultural norms and that everyone naturally behaves just like the people in your family at home. When teaching in an EFL classroom, a classroom in a non-English speaking country, students will usually share a culture. The teacher will be the outsider who needs to determine what the cultural norms are in that country's schools. For example, do students volunteer information without being called on by name? If not, you'll need to decide to accept this restriction or consciously teach students how to respond more freely. In the following video, an ESL teacher is working with students from multiple cultures. Notice how different cultural norms affect the behavior and opinions of the students, and how these differences can be recognized respectfully in the classroom.
Now we'll do a worksheet about different countries, different cultures, and how other countries see them.
Thank you.
Can you guys describe what you see in the picture?
I see people from different countries thinking about the other people have close to him, close to them.
Mm-hmm. Kenta, what do you see?
The guy from Mexico think about the Japanese guy. He's a samurai or a ninja. Maybe Mexican guy watched the Last Samurai, the movie.
So what do you think this cartoon means?
I think it shows stereotypes about other countries,
Exactly.
which we have.
Nancy, what country are you from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Mexico? And are there stereotypes that people from other countries have about people from your country?
Yeah, the people think we are mariachi, and they think we always had a big head, and we always are singing and play guitar. I think they are wrong, because there is a lot of kind of people there, and I think they have a bad idea about us.
Good. Sophonis, what country are you from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Is there a stereotype about your country?
Yeah, actually they are wearing like a white dress for the lady, and the man also is wearing a white clothes. And then it's a cultural dancing.
Good. So what are stereotypes in Korea, Anna? About Korea?
I think we have a little small eye and circle face, circle shaped face, and a little short, but I like my country.
So the top part of the drawings are imaginary things, but perhaps there are some real differences. On the bottom chart, we'll read it together and find out the real differences. For example, let's look at silent periods. Who has the greatest amount of silent periods?
Japan.
Japanese. So Kenta, do you find this true?
The silent period, 5.5. I think more than this number.
Oh, it's higher, you think? Oh,
I
maybe.
think so. Yeah, but it's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
So you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So who has the least number of silent periods?
Brazilian.
Yes.
Okay, good. So Nancy, how are silent periods in Mexico?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Mexico.
So similar to Brazilian?
Yeah, similar than Brazil.
So how about Korea, Seung-hee? What do you think? How are silent periods there?
I think Korean people is more quiet than Japanese.
More quiet than Japanese
Yeah.
people? Interesting. So now let's look at conversational overlaps and interruptions. Who has the highest number of interruptions? Brazilian. And who has the lowest number?
American.
I can agree this number of the between Americans, Japanese, and I think Japanese people more quiet, more polite, because I think Japanese people too polite.
Too polite?
Yeah, in conversation. Except me.
You are disclosure.
Yeah. We are so quiet, and we wait. We wait the other. As an example, my friend talked to me, and I wait until he finish talking. Yeah.
It's too boring.
So you think the
Too
number
boring.
should be lower?
Yes, I think so.
And what about Chileans, Mauricio?
Chile, I think is very similar Brazilian people. I think in Latin America and Central America, your people is very not quite too much interrupt.
Too much interruption.
Yes, and usually you need to increase your volume voice to to try to transmit your idea.
Great.
I think the same Mauricio said, because in Venezuela we have the same, no problem, but we interrupt a lot and we don't wait the other people finish that he is talking.
So what about touching? Who has the highest number for touching?
Brazilians.
And who has the lowest number?
Japanese and Americans.
Japanese and Americans? Good. How is it in Korea, Kyungjin? How is touching?
They never touching, we talking.
Just talking, never touching?
Yep.
How about Ethiopia, Sophonius?
Yeah, the same to Korea.
Same, not much touching?
Yeah.
Good. And how about Venezuela, Pasquale?
In Venezuela, we hug a lot, kiss a lot, touch a lot, and almost, every time we are like this.
Yes, yes. He always touches me.
Even if it's a man with man. It's not a man, it's a man with woman, or woman with man. It's man to man, we can touch and hug.
I think
A
more
lot.
else is friendly. Touching is different in all countries. What is it like in Chile, Mauricio?
Okay, it's totally different. In fact, when I arrived to United States, one of the most difficult cultural shock was relation with the touch, because in United States you can kiss the first time a woman. In Chile it's possible, so it's too difficult. In Chile we have a lot of body language, so it's too difficult and different here.
And what is touching like in Korea?
When we meet someone at first, we never touch each other. It's not common in Korea.
Could you kiss someone?
No.
Now we'll do a worksheet, and I want you to split up into two groups, and you must interview your group members. For example, touching a friend's leg while talking is usually okay, sometimes okay, not okay. How is it in Mexico, Ignacio? Touching a friend's leg while talking.
It's very common to touch in Mexico.
So usually okay?
Yeah.
Good. Stephonius, how is touching a friend's leg while talking usually okay, sometimes okay, or not okay in Ethiopia?
Usually it's okay in Ethiopia.
It's okay. Good.
And it's
So when touching a friend legs while talking is something okay, not okay? Usually okay?
not okay. And in Ethiopia, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's okay. I think
Oh, yeah.
Mexico too. Sometimes it's okay.
Yeah. What do you think? Sometimes okay? And when you're touching a friend?
Touching a stranger shoulder while talking. A stranger while talking. I think in Korea it's sometimes. Yeah, okay. It's not okay. Strangers. Strangers, not okay, right? Not okay.
It's usually okay.
Usually it's okay. Usually okay. Usually okay.
Touching a boss Touching above shoulder while...
Man looks like a gay.
I think so.
Depends what you look, what do you look, what do you have in your mind. You have mind, thinking of something bad.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so what did you guys find out? What differences are there among you?
There is a lot of difference between Korean, Ethiopian, and Mexican.
Okay, share them.
For example, Koreans is not too common to touch a friend's shoulder while talking is.
Mm-hmm.
And for Mexico is really friendly.
Uh-huh. How about Ethiopia?
No.
No? No touching?
Not touching.
What else? What other differences?
I think Korea and Ethiopia is similar, but Mexico is different.
Uh-huh. More touching in Mexico?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So your group, what differences did you find?
I find something funny. For example, in Korea, you can touch your boss, even in her hand or shoulder. But in South America, we can touch the hand and the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. How about Japan? Can you touch your boss?
Never.
Never?
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Even if, yeah, okay.
Poland?
The same in Poland, yeah.
Huh. What other differences did you find? Nothing?
No, just the other thing is a little same. Just we have a little discord with the first one, touch the leg with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a problem around the world.
But in
Venezuela, say it's no problem.
Yeah, it's no problem.
How about in Poland? What is it like to touch a stranger?
We don't touch strangers.
Never?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a private, your personal area.
Uh-huh.
So, no touching.
Okay, so this exercise helped us learn about different cultures and their view on touching. And it's good to be aware about other countries so you respect their culture.
When teaching an EFL or ESL class, ask yourself these questions about your students' cultures. Do students respond without direct teacher prompts? Are errors viewed as productive or shameful? Is open disagreement acceptable? Is aggressive or passive behavior favored in a group setting?